Hey, what is good? Welcome to today's video. We're going to be showing you how to get Skate running on the RPCSX, which is the PS3 emulator. And yeah, we're just going to jump straight in. So first thing we're going to do is open this little side menu here. And when you first load this in, you want to get the firmware version 4.92. That is the latest firmware which you can find. Just Google it. It should be one of the first searches. And then once that's done, and that actually might take about 10 maybe 20 minutes to install, but yeah, after that's installed you want to go ahead and get your game. Now I can't tell you how to get this, but again, a simple Google search is your best friend in this case. So once you've acquired the file, you want to go into settings, and there wasn't a whole lot that I changed, but the best thing to do here is just go through, pause the video when you need to, just to make sure everything is exactly what you see on screen. So we're going to go here to advanced settings, and we're going to click on core. And I think the first thing to change was this, the PPU threads. This you want to turn on to 2. And then the PPU decoder LLVM recompiler legacy. And then we're just going to go straight down here. And again, pause the video if you need to. And just copy everything that you see. I think the other thing that I changed here was the preferred SPU threads to 2 and SPU delayed penalty to 3. And everything else was pretty much on the default settings. Xfloat, approximate. Make sure these are checked and these are unchecked. Let's see here. I think that's pretty much it for the core. Now we're just going to go into ignore VFS. We didn't change anything within this, but if you want to see anyway, just double check everything. There it is. Then we're going to go into video. So this is the one where we made the most changes, I think. So first off, you want to go through here. Now you can get this running on which setting was it? 1280 by 720, but I've found the best performance is 960 by 1080, and then the aspect ratio 16 by 9, frame limit auto, shader mode, async shader recompiler. I'm just going to go down here, and again just pause the video if you need to. Copy everything here. As you can see, all this is unchecked. And I think the only other, there's I think it's 2 other things we add on here. So it's resolution scale. You can change this around. I would say anywhere from like 50 to 100 you're going to set it, but I keep it on 64. That seems to be the best when it comes to getting Skate to run. And yeah, again, and then you want to go to performance overlay and make sure everything is the same here. Now you want to click on Vulkan, and this we're going to go down into custom driver. Now this allows you to turn on turbo mode. I would highly recommend you switch that on. The async safe workarounds, I don't think we changed anything on there, everything was just unchecked. And then the shader loading dialog, there we go. And that was it. I didn't change anything within this, but again, I'll just show you. Just in case. System here, there's nothing to really change there. And yeah, now the only other thing you can do, you can try and mess around with if you want. I find the default driver is the best, but you can actually go here and like download, if it'll let me here, like different versions here, different driver supports. There's a bunch here to try out. You can go ahead and experiment. You may find that one of these may give you better. You may find it might be worse. You just import there, and there it is, and you just click on there, and that should all be good. And that's pretty much all I changed for the settings. And again, I'm just going to load it up, and I'm just going to show you what it's actually like. Again, if you want to turn the controls off, it's in the bottom right hand corner. Just click on the control and everything should turn off there. And I can actually turn the fan off because I just realized that is quite loud. And yeah, now before the latest update, this was loading fairly quick, but ever since the latest firmware, for some reason it's taken quite a while. So we're just going to skip the video now until it loads up. Okay, so the game is finally loaded in. And yeah, what you're going to find is that when you first install this game, you may experience a few crashes, so you'll have to like redo it again. It could take like a few minutes. It could take up to like an hour sometimes with it just constantly crashing. It is just very hit or miss though, but do push through, keep on installing, and it should eventually get like 100%. But yeah, if you ever get any kind of crashes or anything, just start again, and I can assure you it will eventually work. So yeah, that's the only thing that's going to really take a lot of time. But when you jump in here, you want to go onto the settings and turn the music down, the dialogue off, and then go to the display settings, visual FX off, and then we're going to actually, let's go here and add the cheats, and then let's go on free skate, and we'll start off in the library, and again traffic off, pedestrians off, and the security off. And this is going to give you the best performance overall. And yeah, the only thing you're going to have to do is when you first load this in, it's going to like compile the shaders. So you just want to skate around here and just play around and let everything load in. So put the sound up. And I find that when you play the audio, it's going to be very like crackly. Not going to give you the best experience there. And you may find, like I experienced on the first install, that when I was going in one direction, it was running fine. And then going back on myself, going in this direction, the frames would drop down quite a lot. Now, it is still dropping a bit, but not as much as it was before. So yeah, in order to, you know, get rid of that, you just have to do a fresh install. I know it can be a little bit time consuming, but a lot of these things are going to require just a hard reset. Maybe we'll have to reinstall RPCSX completely. Make sure you delete the storage and the cache, and you should be good. I find the open world section is okay, but then if we do enter the X Games location, which is like closed off from the map, it's going to give you the best performance. But yeah, just something to be mindful of, you know, do your research. There are so many people online that have kind of given tips on how to get the best performance running, so it really is just very experimental. Don't be afraid to play around with the settings. If you do find something that works for you, then I would highly recommend you make a note of it or maybe make like a quick video on your phone, just going through the settings, because it can be very annoying when you get this thing up and running, like I did on RPCS3, and then completely forget what I had originally set it to. So yeah, it'd be good if I was actually paying attention here. Here we go. This is the X Games location. I'll just show you again, if you haven't seen my previous video, what you can expect when you are in an area closed off from the open world. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it's helped. A very, very interesting emulator, still, you know, in its early phases. Just having this game running at all is just amazing. I have tried Skate 2, and it was very, very slow, so I would not recommend installing that. You're probably just going to end up just wasting your time. Somebody did say, I think on my last video, that Skate 3 ran okay, but it wasn't on the Retroid Pocket 5, it was on like an Odin device. But yeah, don't mind my terrible gameplay footage, but that's going to be it. I hope this has helped you get this game up and running. If it doesn't, please leave me a message down below and I can try and help you some other way. Maybe there's some of the issue you may be experiencing. But yeah, that's going to be it for now. Thank you so much for watching. I really do hope this works for you and you get to enjoy it just as much as I am. And yeah, that's going to be it. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you on the next one.